Welcome to the HBCU Live 2009 MEAC Overview. Here's the preseason predicted order of finish. South Carolina State, Florida A&M, Hampton, Bethune-Cookman, Norfolk State, Morgan State, Delaware State, North Carolina A&T, and Howard. South Carolina State University, 10-3 in 2008, the MEAC 2008 champions. The Bulldogs had an impressive 08 campaign with winning throughout the MEAC and showing a lot of heart in a hard-fought loss to defending national champions Appalachian State, 37-21. All-American and MEAC Offensive Player of the Year running back Will Ford will look to carry the offense this year. Linebacker Marshall McFadden and defensive back Marquis Hamlin and defensive lineman Marcus James will look to set the pace on a defense that allowed less than 1,500 yards rushing last season. A strong opening schedule may have the Bulldogs going 4-1 or 3-2, but the MEAC crown will be determined on October 17th against FAMU. To the Bulldogs. Florida A&M, 9-3 in 2008. Now that Coach Joe Taylor has gotten his first season at FAMU under his belt, we can now see what the Rattlers are really going to be like. Will Coach Taylor and Coach Pugh start up another rivalry for the MEAC crown? We'll see. This Florida A&M team is very loaded, like a loaded potato and a side of steak. You got returning quarterback Curtis Pulley, you got defensive back Leroy Van, linebackers Alvis Graham and Bryant Parker, who are going to lead this team to a MEAC crown as long as they don't get slipped up. Look for the Rattlers to bite in 09. Hampton University, 6-5 in 2008. The Pirates are looking to keel-haul a few teams this year due to the mutiny of the past two coaches from the program. Now they have a new captain on board by the name of Donovan Rose. Coach Rose has to be pleased with having a first mate, a quarterback by the name of Herbert Bynes. Mr. Bynes led the MEAC in total offense with 2,626 total yards last year. But 09 may be tough with the losses of wide receivers Justin Brown, Jeremy Gilchrist, and Kevin Teal. The defense will switch from a 3-4 to a 4-3, which should help Hampton stop the run. In 08, teams averaged 162 yards rushing against the Pirates in 08. The defense will look to MEAC first-team defensive tackle Kendrick Ellis to also help stop the run. Look for the Pirates to try to stay afloat in 2009. Bethune-Cookman University, 8-3 in 2008. The Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman were 8-3 in 2008. They used the Wyatt Bone offense patented by head coach Alvin Wyatt. The choice of who will run the offense comes down to quarterback Maurice Francis or Courtney Keith. Coach Wyatt is leaning towards Francis, but training camp will decide. The Cats will use an array of running backs, including versatile running back Brian Sumlar, who is coming off of a 750-yard rushing and 10 touchdowns a season ago. The defensive side of the ball for Bethune is the key for their success in 09. Anchored by MEAC first-team pick, defensive tackle Dexter Jackson, the Cats look to keep their opponents to less than 4.8 yards per play as they did in 08. If you have not been to the Florida Classic, then I suggest you get down to Orlando on November 21st. Norfolk State University, 5-7 in 2008. In 2007, Norfolk shocked the MEAC world by going 8-3 and fell just short of clinching their first ever MEAC title. Then in 08, the Spartans' time ran out. Losing 6 of the first 8 games, Coach Pete Adrian thinks that youth and inexperience with last year's team was the cause of such a disappointing year. The defense boasts the MEAC preseason Defensive Player of the Year, Terrell Whitehead, and MEAC first-team linebacker Mike Alphonse. Now that quarterback Dennis Brown has a full year under his belt, he looks to carry the Spartan offense into battle and compete for the school's first ever MEAC crown. Morgan State University, 6-6 in 2008. Morgan was 6-3 after a tough-fought win against FAMU in Florida last November. But instead of contending for the MEAC crown, they lost the last 3 games to go 6-6. Coach Donahill Ely knows he has plenty of leadership to make sure that the Bears do not repeat the same meltdown from a season ago. The offense will rely on first-team running back Devon James, who had 1,337 yards and 8 touchdowns last season. James had 7 100-yard rushing games and a 200-yard game against Howard last season. The defense, who ranked number 1 in the conference in 08, will have the MEAC's first-team defensive lineman Justin Lawrence. He led all linemen with 47 tackles, 17 for a loss, and 8 sacks in 2008. Don't look for the Bears to hibernate at the end of the 09 season. Delaware State University, 5-6 in 2008. The Hornets lost their sting last season after having 4 straight winning seasons and winning the 2007 MEAC crown. But starting the season 0-1 does not help. They have forfeited their game against North Carolina A&T to play the Michigan Wolverines at the Big House in Ann Arbor for $500,000. Well, at least we get to see linebacker Josh Pope play one more season and hope that head coach Al Levan can get his team back to the top of the conference. North Carolina A&T State University, 3-9 in 2008. New head coach Alonzo Lee will have to wipe the board clean at A&T. The program was at the bottom 3 of every statistical category in the MEAC conference. This will be a rebuilding year for the Aggies, and the only bright spot for Aggie pride this year is going to be homecoming. Howard University, 1-10 in 2008. This is the year that head coach Kerry Bailey should start to turn the Bison around. He's going into his 3rd year leading the Bisons, and with a 1-10 record in 2008, that 180 turnaround might need to come in 2009. Look for the combo of quarterback Floyd Hagler and wide receiver Willie Carter to light up the scoreboard for the Bisons. Winston-Salem State University. Head coach Kermit Blunt has proven that he can keep the Rams in competition with the other MEAC schools. Now they just got to wait until 2010 till it counts. Black college fans, are you looking to party this upcoming football season? Well, if you are and you're throwing a party, check out the most sought after and youngest DJ on this side of the Mississippi, DJ Skills. Check him out. Get in contact with him at bsidemanagement@gmail.com. Hit him up.